Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I want to talk about people who owe you money. It's
God.
so awkward. And it doesn't have to be your co-worker, even though this story is about a co-worker owing cash. Just anyone that you why can't they just pay you back?
Do you need a debt collector? I know a bloke who can sort it out.
Yes. No, I don't. No, not that kind of debt collector.
What's his name?
Bruiser.
It's really awkward because you would like to think that when you loan someone money, they take the initiative to pay you back without really having to ask.
Yeah,
like it's obvious.
It's so awkward, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is such an awkward situation with friends that when you owe money and people forget about it, it's like, oh, dude, where do I go with this?
Yeah, and I think it's worse when it's maybe $100 or a couple of $100 from the weekend. I'm not talking about thousands of dollars, but if you've got a call like that, please give us a call as well. But when people are living paycheck to paycheck and they've loaned $50 or something and you just can't ask, just do it. There's a woman,
I went out for dinner with this girl in New Zealand in Queenstown during the year.
You've always got a story about a girl.
It was you. And I fixed up the bill. But the girl I was with never really offered to go halves or anything. Like, she didn't...
Oh, you are actually talking about me.
Yeah.
No.
And you never really went... Oh, I'll pay. Can I chip in at all? Like, there was just nothing. I don't even know if I got a thank you for the dinner. Like, I was just all quiet on the Western Front.
Well, I think it was your privilege to have dinner with me, and that's what you were paying for. I was there as the entertainment, the famous friend that turned up.
I did Celebrity Apprentice, mate.
And the other thing is, you know what Whipper's like? I mean, you go out for dinner with him, and he needs to be a big man around town.
Yes,
I'll pick up the bill. He does the old sneaky, I'm going to go to the toilet and then I fix up the bill so he can grandstand and say, oh, don't worry.
No, I'll get this.
I got this.
No,
and what am I going to do? I'm not going to do the embarrassing,
No, but afterwards,
please let me do my bit.
You've got my bank account details. Just flick us a bit.
I don't.
He likes to get the frequent flyer points and then he likes for you to pay him back you transfer the money into his account.
I see what's happening here.
Yeah, you didn't offer with the transfer and I didn't know how to bring it up with you. But
okay, can I get to the story?
Yes.
There's a woman. She goes for dinner with a colleague. It's a bit of a fancy dinner, and they don't. She doesn't go out much, and she is one of these people who is living paycheck to paycheck. She goes for dinner. The colleague says, "Oh my goodness, I've forgotten my wallet." That old chestnut. So this woman fixes up the bill and then follows up the next week at work. Do you think you could pay me back?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I'm a bit short this week. I'll pay you next week. And this continues to go on. It's about 3 weeks down the track. And what's frustrating, which is always the case when you've loaned money, is that when someone is telling you they can't afford to pay you back, but you're watching them
spend elsewhere.
Yes. So this woman is watching this woman,
have a punt on the Everest.
Exactly. Have a punt on the Everest. Drink Aperol Spritz by the beach. But then on a Monday morning we'll say, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I'll pay you next week. And then flips it and starts accusing the woman who wants the money back of being a stalker on her socials.
Amazing.
So this poor woman has probably paid over $100 that she can't afford.
Yep.
She needs the money back. She's purely asking and getting incredibly frustrated that she's watching this other woman live, a happy single life with extra cash floating around, and then is accused of being this angry stalker.
My sister went on a date with a doctor and she forgot her purse. Right? He paid... No, she must have... How did it happen? She was driving, I know this much, and she didn't have the money to pay halves for dinner.
And it was an expensive dinner with the doctor. Okay.
So then she dropped the doctor home. The doctor made her go past the ATM on the way home to get the money out.
Okay.
Extraordinary.
Let's go to
Just extraordinary.
Jackie in Wheeler Heights. Tell us about your daughter, Jack.
Oh, hi there. We wanted a big holiday earlier in the year, around February, big family holiday, and I said to my daughter, you're going to need to have more money than that. She went, no, I'll be fine. And, of course, she ran out of money very quickly, so I kept lending her money, and that was February, and nothing has been paid back.
Oh, so how much does she owe you, Jack?
About $2,000.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot of cash. And does she still live at home, or does she have a family of her own?
No, No, she lives at home. So it's also been stuff since we got back too, because she's, like a lot of, she's casual jobs, no regular income. So, but there's a lot of online shopping being done.
Yes, that's frustrating when the packages keep arriving.
Yeah, that's right.
Lynn,
exactly.
has she got your credit card?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Actually, let's go to Lynn in Menai. Lynn, you once loaned someone a lot of money, Lynn. How much was it?
About $50,000.
Oh, 50 grand.
And who was this person, Lynn, and why did they need the cash?
So this person was a single dad, and he was looking at losing his house. They'd already gone into, receivership or whatever it is, and paying all this interest and everything.
Yeah.
And I felt sorry for him. He was good to my mum when my mum was really sick, and to me after she passed away.
Yeah.
And I
And
Are you all right, Lynn?
Yeah, I'm okay. It's just I haven't thought about it for a long time, and it's just I thought that this was a good man, and anyway, he was supposed to pay me back $1,000 a month.
Yep.
I think I ended up only getting about $3,000, and that was with a lot of effort.
Yeah.
He claimed that he was had to pay to do renovations on the house so he could sell it, so I could get my money back.
Yep.
After about 2.5 years, still only about $3,000 paid back.
Yep.
And I ended up having to go to the solicitor and put a caveat on the house. And then he turned really nasty.
Yeah.
And it was just horrible. Like, I'm just like, like you think you know someone, but when it comes to money, unfortunately you don't.
No,
I know.
Sorry,
I
Lynn.
just received a settlement from a marriage breakdown, and that's the only reason why I had the money. And, I'm scrimping by while he's, not out on the streets and not.
So where is he
because of
now,
you.
Lynn? Is he still around, or has he skipped town?
So he's in the country, and I haven't seen him for a very, very long time. I believe that he ended up selling the house, and I did get my money back.
Yeah.
But to make matters worse, just before he sold the house, he had a lot of my mother's furniture and everything that he wanted for a friend stored in his garage. And he was going to delay settlement if I didn't come and get that out. And I'm like, hang on a second, but you wanted that stuff.
This bloke sounds like a tip
No,
rat.
it was just there for storage. So then, I was up in Queensland caring for my dad, and my brother ended up saying, look, I'll go to Goulburn and I'll sort it out for you.
Yeah, Lynn, I know what you say. That turn it around.
Yeah, sometimes you got to get the heavies involved. That's what I do anyway. What's the name of your mate again? Thumper, was it?
Bruiser.
Oh, Bruiser.
Yeah,
he goes in to get the money back.
He does knee recos.
Oh, does he?
Yep. With a crowbar.
I might give him a call about that dinner I had in New Zealand.
Oh, that's awful. May need her knees.
Didn't you have Ferg Burger over there?
Gotta fly, mate. Gotta fly.
Oh, that was private.
Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.